Lila skipped through her backyard. The sun was warm, the birds were singing, it was a perfect day for an adventure. Lila picked it up. It felt warm in her hand as if it were alive. What a curious key, Lila thought. I wonder what it unlocks. Narrator. Lila stopped. Something shiny caught her eye. It was a key. It was nestled amongst the rose bushes. The key glimmered in the sunlight. It was unlike any key Lila had ever seen. It was made of silver and had intricate carvings.
Suddenly, Lila heard a buzzing sound. A large bumblebee hovered in front of her face. Lila gasped. She had never seen a bumblebee so big. The bumblebee smiled.
"Hello, Lila," he buzzed. "To the magic forest, of course," Bumble declared. "This key unlocks the entrance." S1. Lila's eyes widened. "Guide me?" "Where to?" S2. The bumblebee chuckled. "Of course I can talk. I'm Bumble and I've been sent to guide you." S1. Lila was astonished. "You can talk?" she asked.
Lila took a deep breath. "All right, Bumble," she said. "Lead the way." S2. "Don't worry, Lila," he buzzed reassuringly. "It's perfectly safe. I'll be with you every step of the way." Narrator. Lila felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. She had always dreamed of this moment, but now that it was here, she couldn't help but feel a bit apprehensive. Lila hesitated. The entrance to the magic forest loomed before her, its towering trees casting long shadows on the ground. The air was thick with the scent of pine and earth, and the sounds of rustling leaves and distant animal calls filled her ears. She had never been to the magic forest. It was a place of legend, spoken of in hushed tones and with wide-eyed wonder. The stories she had heard painted it as a realm of endless possibilities, where the ordinary became extraordinary. Her grandmother used to tell her stories about it, tales of brave adventurers, hidden treasures, and ancient secrets. Lila could still hear her grandmother's voice, soft and melodic, weaving tales of wonder and magic. They were tales filled with talking animals and magical creatures, creatures that could grant wishes, trees that whispered secrets, and rivers that sang lullabies. Lila had always been captivated by these stories, and now she was about to live one. Bumble seemed to sense her hesitation. He buzzed around her head, his tiny wings creating a comforting hum. "It's okay, Lila," he said. "The magic forest is a place of wonder, but it's also a place of safety. I'll be with you every step of the way."
Bumble led Lila through the garden. The path was lined with flowers of every color, their petals shimmering in the sunlight. Lila marveled at the beauty around her, feeling a sense of peace wash over her. And into the woods behind her house. The trees here were ancient, their branches reaching out like welcoming arms. The forest floor was carpeted with moss and fallen leaves, creating a soft, inviting path. They reached an old oak tree. It stood tall and proud, its bark rough and weathered. Lila could feel the age and wisdom of the tree, as if it had witnessed countless stories unfold beneath its branches. Its roots were gnarled and twisted. They snaked across the ground, creating intricate patterns that seemed to tell a story of their own. Lila couldn't help but feel a sense of awe as she looked at the ancient tree. Bumble pointed to a small heart-shaped knothole. "This is the entrance," he said. "It's a portal to the heart of the magic forest. Once you step through, you'll be in a world unlike any other."
"The entrance is here," he buzzed. Lila took a deep breath, her heart pounding with anticipation. She reached out and touched the knothole, feeling a warm, tingling sensation spread through her fingers. With a final look at Bumble, she stepped through the portal and into the magic forest.
Lila held her breath and inserted the key into the knothole. The air shimmered, the trees seemed to part. A shimmering portal appeared. Lila gasped. On the other side was a forest more beautiful than she could have ever imagined. Flowers bloomed in every color of the rainbow, butterflies fluttered through the air, and the trees, they were taller than any Lila had ever seen.
Bumble nudged Lila gently. "Welcome to the magic forest," he buzzed.
Lila stepped through the portal. She felt a strange, tingling sensation, as if the forest itself were welcoming her. Lila and Bumble explored the forest. They followed a winding path that twisted and turned, leading them deeper into the heart of the magical forest. The trees around them were tall and ancient, their leaves whispering secrets in the gentle breeze. Soon they came to a sparkling stream. The water was so clear that Lila could see the colourful pebbles at the bottom, each one glistening like a tiny gem.
Look, Bumble. The water is so clear you can see all the pebbles. They look like a rainbow scattered across the stream bed.
She bent down to take a closer look, her curiosity piqued by the shimmering sight. Something sparkled in the water, catching the sunlight and sending tiny beams of light dancing across the surface. It was a small silver locket. Lila reached into the water and picked it up, feeling the coolness of the stream against her skin. The locket was cold to the touch, its surface smooth and polished. It had a delicate design of intertwined flowers, each petal intricately carved with care. S1. What's that? She wondered aloud, her voice filled with awe. Lila opened it with trembling fingers. Inside there was a tiny piece of paper with a single word written on it. Singing? The handwriting was elegant and flowing, as if penned by someone with a gentle soul. S1. Wow, it's beautiful, she exclaimed, her eyes wide with wonder.
Singing? What could that mean? Bumble asked, his voice filled with curiosity. They both stared at the locket, their minds racing with possibilities. Could it be a clue to something hidden in the forest? Or perhaps a message from someone long ago? The words seemed to echo in the air around them, filling the forest with a sense of mystery and magic. They knew they had to find out what it meant, and their adventure was just beginning.
Singing? Lila wondered aloud, her eyes wide with curiosity. She had heard many tales of the magical forest, but singing flowers? That was something entirely new.
Singing? What does that mean? Bumble asked, scratching his head in confusion. He had always been the more skeptical of the two, preferring facts over fairy tales.
But I have a feeling we'll find out soon enough, Lila said with a determined smile. Narrator. Bumble buzzed thoughtfully, his wings fluttering with anticipation. S2. I don't know, but I'm excited to find out.
They continued down the path, their footsteps light and eager. The air was filled with the scent of honeysuckle and pine needles, creating a fragrant symphony that seemed to guide them forward.
It smells so nice here, Bumble remarked, taking a deep breath. The forest always had a way of making him feel at ease, no matter how strange their adventures became.
Lila gasped. She stopped in her tracks, her heart pounding with excitement. In front of them was a field of flowers. But these weren't ordinary flowers. These flowers were singing. The melody was soft and enchanting, like a lullaby carried on the wind.
Bumble, look! The flowers, they're singing! Lyla exclaimed, her voice filled with wonder. She had never seen anything so magical in her life.
Amazing. I've never seen anything like this before, Bumble said, his eyes wide with astonishment. The flowers seemed to be alive, their petals moving in time with the music.
Lila and Bumble stood captivated, surrounded by a field of vibrant flowers swaying gracefully in the warm breeze. The flowers' petals shimmered in the sunlight, creating a kaleidoscope of colours that danced before their eyes. Their petals emanating a soft, mesmerizing melody that seemed to speak to the very soul. It was a moment of pure magic, one that Lila and Bumble would remember forever. The forest had once again revealed one of its many secrets, leaving them in awe of its endless wonders. The flowers swayed gently in the breeze, their petals emitting a soft, melodious hum. Lila had never heard anything so beautiful. As she listened to the music, she noticed something strange. The melody seemed to be guiding them, leading them towards a large oak tree at the edge of the field.
The locket said singing. Maybe this is what it meant.
Bumble buzzed in agreement. They approached the oak tree. At its base, nestled in a bed of moss, was a compass. But not just any compass. This compass was magical. The compass shimmered and glowed. Its needle spun wildly as if it couldn't decide which way to point. Then, just as suddenly, it stopped. The needle pointed north, towards the deepest part of the forest. Lila and Bumble exchanged excited glances. They knew this was only the beginning of their adventure.
Let's go, looks like we have a direction.
Lila's heart thumped with a mix of anticipation and a touch of apprehension. The magic forest was proving to be even more enchanting than she had ever imagined. Every twist and turn of their path unveiled something new and wondrous. She couldn't help but wonder what other secrets and marvels awaited them in this extraordinary realm. Lila's fingers brushed against the petals of a luminous flower, its colours shifting like rainbows under her touch. The forest was alive, pulsating with a magic she was only just beginning to comprehend. As Lila and Bumble ventured deeper into the heart of the magic forest, the trees grew taller, their branches intertwining overhead to create a canopy that shimmered with an ethereal glow. The air hummed with unseen energy, and the path ahead seemed to beckon them forward, promising further adventures and untold wonders. Lila couldn't wait to uncover what awaited them. The magic forest was a realm of infinite possibilities, and Lila was ready to embrace every single one. Her journey had just begun,